Greetings, dear viewers! I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to Final Fantasy V. Krele has joined our party, and doesn't she have the most adorable sprites? Look at these things! I can't get over them, they're just so adorable. But I should probably have her be something, useful for this. I've been having, well, I don't know, what is, like, just the strongest weapon I have access to right now? It's a blood sword with an attack of 83. Okay. So, you're gonna be a knight, then. Because that is way, way too much power to not take advantage of. We're also going to find pits on everybody. That's going to be important. Or, no, not find pits, light step. That's the one. We're gonna put light step on everybody. Just to make sure that I can get through the, Oh, you gotta be kidding. Okay, so only 2 of my characters have the ability to walk on damage floors. That is unfortunate. I really, really need some white magic for this, frankly. That is not ideal, but I'll be able to shuffle around the party a little bit. X-Death's castle. X-Death's on the top floor. X-Death just waltzed through. We were completely powerless against him. Sock X-Death won for us. Alright. That's right. It is time to go deal... No, I am not going to have my first battle in here be against a back attack of spell-reflecting mages, okay? That does not sound fun to me. Please run away. Please come back and attack me from the front. There we go. Alright. So, we know that these guys have a reflect barrier up. What? Okay. You know what? Screw reflect mages. Yeah, just screw it. Run away, guys. Please. Please run away. Now, the problem with the blood sword, though, is... Yeah. I'm pretty sure it can only hit for damage. No, it should have been hitting and draining. Well, that's the top of the castle, and we found nothing. We try to leave. Dead end, huh? Krele, where are you going? There's nothing in here.
No, there is! All of this is an illusion created by X-Death. What? Are you certain? Grandpa, give me strength.
There's our werewolf friend.
I see. Galif has fallen as well.
Dorgan, Zazat, and Galuf have all shuffled off this mortal coil. I fear I haven't much longer either.
Lord Kelger!
It's nearing the time for that longest of rests.
Don't mind the sound in the background.
Who goes there? Galuf. Galuf, is it you? Greelace. Galuf. Understood. Everyone, lend me your strength. Lord Kelger, let us rend the illusion Exdeath has created. That is a thing we are apparently able to do from my bedroom. This is my last wish and last command. Send all your power to Exdeath's castle. Again, I'm very glad we can do this from my bedroom. It would otherwise be remarkably, bothersome.
Lord Kelger! And so passes the last of the Dawn Warriors. I see, Grandpa, and a wolf man. It must be Kelger. This part I like. Everyone's power. Yeah. Welcome to the true form of Exdeath's castle. It's made of flesh. Yeah. Welcome to the Flesh Castle. Alright, we got a magic dragon. We can handle a magic... Lena, why do you have a healing rod equipped? Could you use literally anything else? Oh my god. Crele, honey, you've got to hit with your attacks. There is no point in you having the blood sword if you can't actually hit something with it. Oh boy. Alright, come on, Ferris. At least your black magic is extremely powerful. Alright, we need to shuffle this. Alright, Flame Tongue, that's fine. Honestly, I'd rather just have you not have something, Lena. Hello, Magic Dragon. Don't you look fun? And Comet. Low-level Curas should be enough, I would imagine, to keep us rather effectively topped off. Crele, how much can you hit for? 702. Not bad. Okay. Twin Lizard, Reflect Mage, and a Magic Dragon. This time, I shouldn't have too much trouble with the Reflect Mage. Very good. Comet on the Dragon. Good block, Relay. Really? All of that to use a level 1 Thunder spell? That's pathetic, man. Why would you bother? Alright, Blizzaga.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, these encounter rates. It's okay, though. Getting more levels is a good thing here. This is a very, very hard dungeon, and I have to fight X-Death at the end, which is really gonna be a problem. Okay. An ice shield. Okay. Shield that absorbs ice attacks. Yeah, that's probably better than the Aegis shield right now. Now there's an interesting team. So how much is that? Alright, that hits respectfully, I have to say. There we go. Nice, good attack. Top off everyone's health. Okay, Aeroga, that hurts. Pretty sure I still have this all under control, though. Good. This dungeon is kind of crazy. Excellent. These darn fights. Just need a little more power. Before I go into the final boss fight in this dungeon, I am going to have to reshuffle my entire team. That is just not a fight that you can mess around with. Man, Ferris is burning through her MP. It's a bit problematic. In my head, I'm like trying to think of what the most useful team I could come up with for the final boss fight be. I think I really, really do need to go in there with some more physically stout classes. I'm gonna have to really have stacked up my defenses. And I'm going to need a lot of HP. Black Warlocks, huh? Okay. Well, it's a lot better than that one time I was hit with a drain and it sucked 2,000 out of me. Alright, general rule of thumb. Against humanoid enemies, I seem to have the best luck running thunder spells. Ah, damn it. Well, so much for my casters. Crap. This is not going well. Oh, that sucks. Great job, Ferris. Oh, boy. Alright, Bart, it's elixir time. Okay, Ferris, you need to get off your ass and actually help me here. Yeah, I know we're all slow. I get it. Very good. Good job, Lena. Alright, let's try this again. Thundaga on the Black Warlock. Much better. Okay. That was 3 steps. That was absolutely, literally 3 steps. I like this game a lot, but there really are just some times where the encounter rate is absolutely egregious. Bart, you moron. Oh my god, Bart's. Okay, fine. You know what? Screw you, Bart's. My god. All it would take to kill this Black Warlock is a single Thundaga, and I'm just not getting the opportunity to do it. There we go. Alright, how many steps? Oh, several steps. Oh, come on. This... No, I'm done. I'm not fighting this group of enemies again. I did it enough, and all it does is slow me down. I am terrified that this might be, like, a monster or something. Nope, okay, just an ether. So, here is why I wanted to run the protection from damage floors. Because X-Death keeps lava in his castle. Now, given that I'm someone who enjoys fantasy, there are a lot of things that I, by necessity, have to suspend my disbelief about. Now, I can accept that X-Death has a castle made of flesh. Alright, I can accept that. I accept that X-Death has a castle made of flesh. I accept that the entire castle was protected by an illusion for God knows what reason. It's not like he was shy about the fact he was evil. And I accept that in some way it might be possible to have lava in a castle as a defensive mechanism. What I do not accept is that you could have this lava floor above the bottom level of your castle. Seriously, think about it. Every floor of this flesh castle underneath this one is bearing the weight and the heat of a lava floor. How does that work exactly? How could it work? I believe it couldn't. Oh, I hate this place. This is one of the worst dungeons in the entire game. It's just so hard. And there's so much in it. And I'm still a fair ways away from getting to, like, a resting spot. So, I think what I'm going to do is start skipping the random encounters, just so I can hopefully still keep most of this dungeon in less than 40 minutes of video time. So, we'll see how well I succeed at that goal. Good. And that's a dead warlock. Okay. Nope. The journey continues. That's an elixir. 7th floor. Wait for it. Damn it. Alright. This is gonna take a few tries, isn't it? Great. Oh well. I'll be alright. Of course it uses Hurricane, forcing me to expend more of my resources just to heal up poor parts. Wow, you have a lot of health. I don't like that you have that much health. That's very annoying. Please tell me you can kill it with the comet. Nope. Alright, well, Blizzaga's gonna get it. Okay, let's try again. That's one treasure. A Katetsu. Damn it. Alright. Let's try again. I want that treasure. Hit him with your spells, hit him with comets. I can make... I know I can make it. I know I can capture that damn chest. I've done it many times before. But yeah, it is annoying. Go. Okay. I'm just gonna resume when I get it. Okay, I got it immediately on the first attempt after I paused. Now I just have to get it in the You know what? I'll take it. I'll take an imp. At least it's not an abductor. has significantly less health than an abductor. How am I having trouble hitting it in the center now? There we go. Oh, thank God. Oh. Yeah, I needed this. Still a long way to go, though. And this time, I will not forget to save. Off we go! Okay, so we've got hidden passages here. Honestly, you're not using your red magic. It doesn't matter. Ice Brand is stronger than Flame Tongue. Time Magic... No. Yeah. We're gonna go with that. Okay. Nope. Nope. Not fighting you. Oh, come the crap on. So, you can escape from this fight, but it almost never actually wants to let you unless you just use teleport to escape it. It's really annoying. Okay, that's another elixir. Everybody's level 32. And they're all far enough away that there's no point worrying about waiting till I'm at level 33. Nope. We're just gonna teleport away. I have no interest in fighting you. I am sick of dealing with these reflect mages. The black warlocks just waste my time. Oh. Okay, that's new. Yellow Dragon. A pleasure to meet you. This was one of the enemies that you could find in the chests back in the barrier tower. And yeah, they're very, very strong. We are now actually at the point in the castle where we're going to start seeing these. We're going to start seeing yellow dragons. We might even see red dragons as just regular random encounters. And I'm sure you don't need me to remind you how tough those red dragons were. In fact, they're tough enough. Yeah, I think I need to go back to my control strats. Give you that Hypno Crown. I suppose I can also use this to help mitigate the annoyance of the Reflect Mages. Alright. That is another summon. I need to get that summon. It's important. Okay. We got Iron Fist's Black Warlock. Problematic, but not too difficult. We're going to try and control the Black Warlock. There we go. Alright, that is one enemy that has now been removed from the fight. Control really is just completely underestimated in its usefulness. Because with a single effect, I have essentially eliminated a full character from their party. Really, you can just cast Death, huh? Well, apparently you're not very good at it. Good job, Black Warlock. I'm sure you tried your best. What about banish on yourself? Okay, that doesn't work either. Good hit, Crelay. Then what about break on yourself? Are you susceptible to break? Yes, okay. That's how I deal with those warlocks, then. That's one treasure over there. Oh god, this again. Okay. There are so many different types of enemies in Extath's castle. It's really, really annoying. But, you know, I guess I really can't complain. One of the things I love in games is, like, just good original, you know, unique dungeon looks, which this place absolutely has. And, you know, I also appreciate it. This whole thing, I think, is meant to feel like the final dungeon. Okay. So... some of these make you fall, some of them do not. Luckily, thanks to the Find Pits ability, I am able to easily navigate this. I think... yes. That's where I wanted to go if I wanted to fight this. And I really want to fight this. This is going to be one of the most important battles in the entire dungeon. I'll join you, if you're stronger than me. Come on, show me what you got. My friends, say hello to Carbuncle. First things first. I need a way to actually damage it. Really, Crelay? You missed that? Okay. That's fine. So, the first thing I want to do is put up reflect barriers. Now that I have up a reflect barrier... oh, yes, of course it's able to cure itself, because why not? This should go down relatively easy now that I'm bouncing spells off of it. And let's get a barrier on my other caster. Even if all I have are my two casters, they can win this fight because of this mechanic. Okay. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. That's concerning. So this thing just... oh god, no, his reflect wore off. Well... and down goes Lena again. Holy hell. Okay. This thing is using ridiculously dangerous spells on me. Okay, a Cura. That's fine. Let's heal up. Oh, Crele, can you please hit with your damn attacks? I'm very close to beating it now. Okay, Banish failed. Crele, damn it, Crele. Come on, keep bouncing. Boom. Alright. Carbuncle has been defeated. You kids are strong after all. This could be good for a laugh. We received Carbuncle. Does that come to me as an item, or is it just with me now? So, Carbuncle is one of the most important summons there is. It puts a reflect on every member of my party, which is huge. Yeah, I'm not in... Yeah, no, I'm not fighting against 2 yellow dragons. I might not actually have any choice. This might be a situation like all the encounters with the adamantine golem, where it just wouldn't cooperate. That's fine though. I can put out enough damage to melt these things now. There are still 2 more boss encounters in this dungeon. X-Death is obviously at the end of it, but there is one more before that. Wow, you have a lot of health. This is extremely annoying. Okay. It's 1 dragon down. I'm assuming it would, eat lightning. Is it weak against fire, maybe? No extra damage from fire. That's unfortunate. Just keep alive. I've still got the resources to do this. But it's definitely looking, my resources are definitely looking more exhausted than I would like them to. Okay. Alright, so now we just do this again. And it is just that simple. Thank God that there's a save point here. Okay. The next boss is just ahead. Alright. So this is the 11th floor. It has an empty chest. And... oh, there's actually 2 staircases out of here. Oh, God. Oh, hey, I was actually able to run away from an adamantine golem. My God. Did you see? Oh, jeez. Gilgamesh.
Looking for something? Well, guess what? I already took the treasure. Oh, you guys are so burned.
Alright. Okay. Jesus, he got both of those off before I got my first attack on him. Alright, let's open up with my thunders. With 2 black mages, I can get a crap load of damage out on this guy. Plus that music. Keep it going, keep it going. We've got a place to use a cottage right below us. It does not matter how strong he is. We can afford to use all of our energy and resources. In fact, we can go straight up to Kiraga's. You are not going to put out enough damage to get through us right now. Keep going, keep going. The faster we kill him, the better. Meanwhile, Lena's just gonna sit this one out as a very tiny person.
Alright, our 4th rumble. I must say I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we've gained an understanding.
I just remembered I should have been trying to steal Genji equipment from him this whole time.
An understanding that'll pound you silly.
Yeah, I have not been doing that.
Say, who happened to that spry old fellow?
He fought X-Death and...
Nicey.
Oh, you ass! Come on! Prelate, get off your ass! Discord. Oh, good. Now Krele's weaker. That's what I wanted.
Enough expository banter. Now we fight like men and ladies who dress like men. For Gilgamesh, it's morphing time.
Yeah.
Now that it's mine, let's see how good this Excalibur really is.
Apparently the answer is not very. Still, let's top off.
Have at you! Why? I've been had!
That's alright, just keep the damage going. Just keep it going. Keep hitting him with everything we got.
This is far from the strongest of swords. I feel so betrayed.
Gilgamesh.
Just keep that damage going, because why the heck not?
Worthless fool! You'll continue doubling. I promise you from this dimension.
What? No! Anything but that!
Silence! I'm sending you to Final Fantasy VIII.
No!
And we get Excalibur, which is terrible. Oh my god, no. Not doing that. No, I am not fighting you. I am literally only here for the treasure. Just the treasure, nothing else. We got a Partisan and a Fuma Shuriken. That's a significant amount of power. Well, I guess that you're just going to have to join me on the next episode when I finally take the fight to X-Death and put an end to the twisted plans of this evil tree. And I will see you all on the next one.